Hi everybody and welcome back to our channel. I'm Sarah, a Canadian that's been living in Croatia now for almost 12 years. If you can believe it, I have a hard time believing that sometimes that it's been 12 years already. But big news this year, I am officially not only a Canadian, but I'm also a Croatian. I got my Croatian citizenship recently. So this video is all about that, the process, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you through my path and my journey to Croatian citizenship. Okay, so why did I want to become a Croatian citizen? A bunch of reasons. I'll first start with the fact that I just wanted to have the same rights as the rest of Croatian citizens. Although you have most rights as a permanent resident, you don't have all rights like a Croatian citizen. So one of those is voting. I wasn't able to vote, but now I am able to vote. Also, buying property. I am not allowed to buy property as a permanent resident, but as a citizen, of course I am. As a Canadian, I used to be able to buy property here a while ago, but Canada changed its rules to Croatians buying property in Canada. And so with that, Croatia changed its rules for Canadians buying property here. So those are just a couple of the reasons based on just restrictions legally that I would have. I'm sure there are a few more, but those are a couple I can think of right now. One of the more personal reasons that I wanted to get Croatian citizenship is one, because I just love living here. I love the country. It's a great, safe, beautiful place to live and raise a family. And also I wanted our family to have the same citizenship. I don't know, that probably isn't important to a lot of people, but to me it was important that we all have the same citizenship. And I know that's really not that important that everyone in the family has the same citizenship. But to me it was, because when I was growing up, my mom had a different citizenship than me. And I remember as a kid, I always wanted to be like her and have the same citizenship as her. And so I kind of wanted to do that for my kids. They were all born here and first had Croatian citizenship. I got them also Canadian, but I wanted to show them that I also love and respect their country and that I wanted to become a citizen of their beautiful country as well. So that was another, I guess, personal reason why I wanted to get citizenship here. I also want to mention that of course I still love Canada and I will always be Canadian also, but if I can have dual citizenship, then why not? One other benefit to having Croatian citizenship is now that we're in the EU and in the Schengen area, if we wanted to, we could pick up and move somewhere within the area and we would all be able to live and work without any administrative craziness. So that's just one other benefit if we wanted to pick up and try somewhere else one day. I don't foresee us doing that, but just having that possibility is kind of nice and a little bit of a bonus, I guess. So how did I go about actually getting citizenship here? Administration can be a bit hard to navigate in Croatia. It is one of the, I guess, minuses of living here, but there are plenty of positives to outweigh this negative. But I'll kind of walk you through the steps now of how I went and got my citizenship. So first step was to go to the police station near where we live, and they gave us a list of the documentation that I needed to get in order to submit my application to become a citizen. Everything from a background check, my birth certificate, a bunch of different paperwork. But they basically give you a list and you bring in the list of documents. It should be complete. It's usually not. We'll get more into that afterwards. Okay, today is an exciting day. I'm going to the police station to submit all of my documents for my citizenship application to be a Croatian citizen. It's taken us a while just to gather the 1,000 documents you need and just to get everything in order. But we finally have it all in this little folder called Sarah Državljanstvo, Sarah Citizenship, and so off we go to bring it all in. I'm expecting we'll probably be missing a page or two because that's usually the case here when you bring in papers, but if all goes well, I'll be there and then it'll just be a wait time of I think 6 months to a year and a half in order for it to be processed. So here we go. Okay, we just submitted all the papers and I had everything, so there was no coming back with the paper that I was missing. This is the first time I think for us submitting something and having completely everything in line. So it's all submitted and now we just have to wait. She said the wait could be up to 2 years, so hopefully it won't be that long, but it's just on its way now, so we feel better that it's out of our hands now. So just waiting, right Sophie? Is mommy gonna be a Croatian citizen like you? Yeah. So we got the list, we got all the documents in place, and we came back. So it took us a couple months to gather everything we needed, and then we went in and we dropped off my application. And at first they said, you have everything you need. All the documents are here. That's very weird for Croatia. Usually you go in and you never, ever, 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 ever ever have all the right documents. You're usually always missing at least 1 or 2 papers. They send you back to get a stamp, or they send you back to get something notarized, or they send you back for another translation, or you're missing something. But to my surprise, we submitted everything the first time and it was magical. And I thought, great, now we just have to wait. So they say the waiting period was about 6 months to 2 years. Now, we weren't in any rush to get my citizenship, but when you hear 2 years, it's like, ugh, you kind of get impatient just thinking that you're gonna have to wait 2 years for some document, but doesn't matter. It's there, it's in the process now, and we just have to be patient. I think a couple months later, after we dropped off the application, we submitted it in October, and I think in December, a police officer came to my home address just to check to make sure that we live there. She asked a few questions. She came in, very nice, but it was pretty short and sweet. And then I guess once she did that check, then it went to the next step. So on to the next step it went. Then about, what would you say, 2 months later, I got a call saying, in fact, I did not have all the proper documentation in place. I knew this was too good to be true. When we submitted everything the first time and they said, you're good to go, David and I were very weirded out by that because we were fully expecting to have to go back and get something or something wasn't right. Well, here comes the call maybe 4 months after I submitted my original application saying, you don't have the correct birth certificate from Canada. So note to anybody who's going through this process, make sure you get the certificate with your parental information. I guess I ordered the one from Canada that was, I guess, more short form, I don't know, but it didn't have all of my parents' information. So I had to go back, I guess, order the new birth certificate from Canada, came back, I had to get it again notarized. I don't know if I needed it translated or something, but it was another process by the time I submitted it again. Just a note also, it's hard to get used to the paperwork and the system here. By having citizenship, it just meant that I never had to renew another residency permit ever again, and I was good to go. So that's just one more bonus. Okay, so after submitting the correct birth certificate, it was just maybe 3-4 more months after that, and I got a call saying that my citizenship, my application was approved, and that I could come down and get the paperwork and make everything official. Okay, we are now going to the police station to pick up my решение for citizenship. They called us yesterday and said it was ready, so we're gonna go pick it up, probably have to send it somewhere else, pay a small fee, and then I should be a citizen, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I just got this piece of paper, which is Neuplatnica, which is like a paper to go make this payment, like 130 euros. We're just gonna go to the post office, it's right here, pay it now, we'll go back to her, and then she'll give me my, I guess, finalized document. I got my решение. Now the next step is, so this actually means that I'm officially a Croatian citizen. And so within the next week, they're gonna send it over to some of their offices, and I have to go there to pick up my domovnica, proof of citizenship, I guess. With that, I'll take it back to the police station and I'll pick up my new identity card that will show I'm Croatian, no longer just a permanent resident of Croatia. So happy this is done, and it's a big yay.
Congrats.
Thanks. It was a pretty simple process once everything was in motion and all the correct paperwork was submitted. It was a pretty quick and easy process, I'd say. It took about 7 to 8 months altogether, but I just also want to note that I got my citizenship through marriage, and that's typically the simplest and fastest way to get it. So all in all, it took 8 months, and that was really not bad considering they gave me a window of 6 months to 2 years. I was fully expecting a 2-year wait. So for it to come in 8 months, I was pretty happy, and we were just really relieved when we got the call and everything was done and we didn't have to deal with any more of that paperwork. Next step is we're going to the Matični ured again, because they have now sent my решение over and they've made my domovnica, I think. So we're gonna go pick up my domovnica now. And after that, we're going to the police station to get my osobna. So first step now is to get my domovnica, my second official document that I'm Croatian, because I got my решение, which is the first document, and this is the next document. I got my domovnica, which is like proof of nationality, proof of citizenship. And with that, I got my new ID card. And now I'm just waiting for a ceremony they're gonna have to officially, I guess, welcome me as a Hrvatica, a Croatian citizen. So I don't know when that will be. They said it will be in the next few months, but I'll keep you all posted on on that because I think that could be an interesting ceremony. I don't know what it entails. I know in Canada they do something special and you get like some Canadian authentic kind of gifts. I'll keep you all posted when that happens. Yeah, and that's it. So I officially have dual citizenship now. I'm a proud Canadian Croatian. Never in my life did I think when I was younger that I would be a Croatian citizen because I don't have any Croatian roots. But here I am with my 3 beautiful Canadian Croatian children, my handsome Croatian hubby, and here we are in Zagreb. So that's that. Okay, and now we are gonna go visit with Ivan's really good friend Hrvoje. They worked together for years before RCT. Hrvoje does immigration law and he's gonna just give you a little bit of a rundown if you're interested in getting citizenship yourself. Here are just a few pointers: who can get it, how to apply, that kind of thing. He has a lot of information obviously around that. So here we go to Hrvoje to learn a little bit more if you're interested in how to get it yourself. Dobar dan.
Čestitam Hrvatima sa hrvatskim
Well, hello there. My name is Hrvoje Novak. I'm an attorney at law here in Zagreb and Ivan's longtime friend. We actually worked together when Ivan was still working in the field of law and not having fun with you guys. Bragging rights, of course. First of all, bragging rights. I mean, two times finalists, but semi-finalists from the World Cup. I mean, those are true bragging rights. But all jokes aside, Croatia is a member of the European Union, so you can work here in Croatia or you can work in the European Union as a Croatian. Moreover, living in Croatia provides a good and quality life for you and your family. It's a very peaceful country. Also, we provide a high quality of life. I mean, basically in Croatia you can see people managing jobs and at the same time drinking coffee in cafes at noon. So becoming a Croatian is having fun and working at the same time. So you can basically marry good like Sarah did. You can be born in Croatia to get Croatian citizenship. Of course, you have to have Croatian parents in that situation. You have to reside in Croatia for a certain amount of time. You have to have lineage, Croatian ancestors, or be of a special interest to the Republic of Croatia, like certain football stars who became Croatian citizens. Of course, there are possibilities. But basically, if you have Croatian ancestry in the straight lineage.
What does that mean in the straight line?
That means that one of your, parents, grandparents, great-grandparents are Croatian. They immigrated from Croatia. There are actually 2 ways. The one is where they can prove, and they have the right documentation in proving that their ancestors left Croatia. Okay. Well, there's a second option. The second option is for people who feel Croatian, who know that they are Croatian but unsure that they can prove their exact lineage. They are considered people of Croatian descent. Those people can, if they're active, I know, in Croatian communities in Canada and America, if they represent themselves as Croatian, there are possibilities for them to become Croatian citizens.
Oh, that's really cool. What's the next option?
Well, you could be living in Croatia for a longer period of time, and based upon that, you can try and apply for Croatian citizenship. You have to reside in Croatia for a continuous 8 years, that's very important, and hold the status of a permanent resident here in Croatia. So basically, if you haven't married with luck, then you could have waited
8 years to be living here, being a permanent resident.
Basically, every situation is unique. But as we all know, Croatians in, let's say, America, they had to change their last name. They had to change the ch into ck or something like that, like Coach Belichick from the New England Patriots. His name sounds different in Croatian and it was different when his ancestors came to America than it is now. So in those situations where you cannot point to the exact document by which they changed the name, that could represent an issue in this proceeding. That's where the other option, the I'm feeling Croatian option, comes in. Yeah, to apply for Croatian citizenship based on naturalization, you have to be, let's say, older than 18. In some cases, in a specific situation, you must provide evidence that you will be released from your foreign nationality after being granted Croatian citizenship. You have to reside in Croatia for at least 8 years and hold the status of a permanent resident. You have to pass the Croatian language and culture test.
How is it hard?
I know, I'm Croatian. And you have to respect the legal order and customs in Croatia, so that means you have to close all the windows due to proh.
That's called naturalization, when you live and work here for 8 years and you can get citizenship then.
Yeah.
That's like naturalization.
Yeah, that's naturalization. You can apply in Croatia or in Croatian embassies abroad. It has to be in person.
Has to be in person.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't apply for citizenship while living abroad?
You can, but you have to personally go to the Croatian
Yes.
embassy.
Oh, to the embassy. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you cannot hire a lawyer to do that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're truly interested in acquiring Croatian citizenship, I would personally recommend using a Croatian lawyer specializing in citizenship to prepare your application to increase your chances of approval. You can find such experts on various expat platforms here in Croatia, or you can ask someone for referral.
Exactly.
Wink, wink.
Becoming Croatian is something that is great.
Nice.
And Sarah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all of your help with us today, Hrvoje. Yeah, maybe you'll get a few emails in your inbox.
Thank you very much for inviting me to be a guest on your channel. And let me give some true legal advice. Subscribe.